Here we are at the Palace of Fine Arts in San Francisco, a beautiful setting to show you some photography tips that'll help you maximize the modes and features that are already on your smartphone. To show you these tips, I'm using the iPhone 5S.
And I'm using the LG G Flex. For example, HDR mode. Almost every phone is going to have this. Maybe you know what it is, maybe you don't. It's called High Dynamic Range. It's a great way to take really great looking photos, but there's ways to use it in ways you should probably avoid. What HDR is doing is it's taking 3 photos consecutively and then combining the best aspects of those 3 photos into one super image. So it's going to be great for landscape photography. It's going to really bring out the detail and trees, things like that. The other key thing about HDR photography is that you need to hold your camera very steady. It's taking 3 photos. If you're moving while you're taking those, it's going to look weird.
Now, you probably already know about that feature that lets you tap your screen to set the focus and exposure for your shot. Well, if you want to make sure those settings don't change, all you need to do is tap and hold to lock those settings.
That's great. I mean, I think that's another great way to take close-up photos too, especially if autofocus is having a hard time locking in what you want to take the picture of. Being able to really lock it down with your finger is a good way to go. Another great tip is to know that there's more ways to take your picture than just hitting the shutter button on your screen. A lot of times you can get a shaky shot because you're pressing the screen so hard.
Now, on the iPhone, you might already know that you can use your phone's volume up button to snap the photo. Well, you can extend that feature with your headset, and when your headset is plugged in, you can use the inline mic's volume up to also snap a photo and use it as a sort of remote shutter.
That's cool. And then you're totally erasing any kind of vibration that might be transmitted to the phone. On the LG G Flex here, there's a cool feature where you can actually activate the shutter with voice commands. I could say, cheese, and it just took a picture. It's pretty amazing. You can also say whiskey. Whiskey.
So random. I love it.
That's right. Whiskey. Another great thing about today's smartphones and their super fast processors is that you can enable a burst mode that allows you to take a rapid succession of like 20 shots all at once, and then you can just pick out the best one later on. It's really great for taking pictures of kids or pets or sporting events, anything where there's a fast-paced action shot you want to capture. You just take all the shots all at once and then pick out the best one later on.
Hopefully you get some that aren't blurry. On the iPhone, all you have to do is tap and hold that shutter button, and you'll just see that number of shots climb super fast. And when you're done, at least on the 5S, the phone will create a thumbnail that you can tap and then choose your favorites that you can keep as your primary photos.
Yeah. On the LG G Flex, I actually have to hit the mode button, go into burst mode. It's still pretty quick, and then it'll do a rapid fire, boom, 20 shots right there.
So now that you know how to use more of your phone's modes and features, hopefully you'll be taking more creative and interesting photos to upload to Instagram.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to use my camera again and have an excuse to shout whiskey in public.
I love it.
Whiskey!
Vodka!
Vodka doesn't work.